where the team with the best record in basketball looked like the team with the best record in basketball. Phoenix Suns making light work of the Mavs in Game 1.
D-Book is a young vet. Like, when you look at his age and the years that he's played and what he's already accomplished, it's really phenomenal to continue to watch his game grow.
Yep.
Like, at first he was a shooter, a three-point shooter, a scorer. Now all of a sudden he's a playmaker.
Facilitator.
A defender, a leader. I love the demeanor that he plays with. If you think about it, like, as a young guy, he just competes. Mm-hmm. On both ends now. And now that has to be infectious when you're Cameron Payne. It has to be. Trust me. When your best players are doing it, now you got to get down in the stands. And also, shout out to Mikal Bridges, too, because I like to watch how his game has grown. But the main anchor for this series, and I told you yesterday who was going to be the difference, DeAndre Ayton.
Yep.
And so when you watch them play against Utah, their bigs, it really exposes Gobert and Whiteside that they can't score and they can't punish smaller players. You put a smaller player on DeAndre Ayton on the stretch, he's scoring on them.
Yep.
He got a nice shot. And JaVale McGee playing quality. You see JaVale McGee with that steal?
Show the play.
Luka's jewel. Look at this.
Give me that crossover. Got you.
Give it
Got
here.
you. Should I pass it?
Nothing.
Should I pass it, Jalen? Should I pass it? No.
See, that's a perfect example. Like, Jalen Brunson as my teammate, you can't let him get this highlight off. You know what I mean? You got to run and get him at the top of the three-point line.
Take foul right there.
But in all honesty, I'm glad he gets his James Worthy Statue of Liberty breakaway dunk. He deserves it. He's gone through a lot. Flint Town representative. Shout out to his mom, who's a terrific player as well. And he also, in a lot of ways, reinvented himself.
Yes.
And to the point where our brother Shaq, when he said JaVale McGee, is positive now. Mm-hmm. And so I told everybody all season, they're the best team in basketball. And that ain't changing.
The only way for the Mavs to win this series is for Luka to have a huge game. Something like, 45 points. Well, guess what? Luka did that last night.
He did.
And it wasn't competitive at all.
It wasn't competitive. But I must say this. Jeez, I love Luka.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Paul Pierce gave him the name Luka the Don, and I love that so much because it's almost like mafioso how he willing them in. And it looked like somebody could snatch it like JaVale McGee did, right? Don't it look like when you saw JaVale McGee do that, then the party say, that should happen more often.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. And then when you try to reach, he teach. That's why he got those 2 dunks. And every time Luka dunk, it's like he's in on a joke that y'all just not figured out. It's like, y'all let me get by all of y'all to get to the rim and actually dunk the ball? And then the beautiful thing about his game, unlimited range. I remember watching it later in the game. I'm thinking, he about to shoot them back in the game. You about to shoot them back in the game.
They got a little close at the end, but I never felt like they're really threatening the game.
2 possessions is a close game.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever feel like the Suns were going to lose?
I felt like it could go to overtime. I felt like they could tie the game. Like each possession mattered. Like the Suns started missing shots, and then of course the point guard, like he always does, he came through from the high heavens, and he made a couple of shots go down. He had an and one on the left side that they didn't call, and they ended up closing the deal.
Jalen, we're gonna overreact to Luka. I'm gonna do the media thing and take it too far. Luka right now today is tied for the most points per game in their playoff careers with none other than Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Now, let's take a look at the column on the right as well. Michael Jeffrey Jordan did it in 179 playoff games. Luka's done it in 17.
Well, that's why I always try to distinguish between stats and analytics and also like measure them between the eye tests. Because what's going to happen is as Luka continues to progress in his career, if he goes on to win a championship or 2, you know the people that didn't watch Michael Jordan play, you know what they're going to say?
No, they're not. Let's not go there. No, they're not. They're not.
Okay.
They're not. No one can do that.
Okay.
But you look at this game from Luka, like this is what they need. This is the recipe for success for the Dallas Mavericks, but he just needs more help. He really needs more help.
Well, not only needing more help, in particular, Jalen Brunson and Spencer Dinwiddie. Like both of those guys put up big. Jalen had like 27 per game in the previous series. So him and Dinwiddie were really slowed down in that game, and obviously you can't win if they're not scoring.
Well, it was a great win for the Suns.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.